I bring you greetings from the beautiful land of India. I have spent the past 20 days on an adventure through South India, and I have learned about many things regarding lifestyle and culture, and this trip has truly been a pleasure to be on. Today I hope to share with you just a few of the lessons that I have learned during my time here in India. I know it won't do the experience true justice, but hopefully it will at least give you a glimpse into this wonderful experience. Lesson 1. Greeting. You do not hug people in greeting. You might shake hands with people, but usually you put your hands together. You don't even need to say anything. Just this will do. Holding something in one hand, a one-handed greeting is fine. It's a very respectful form of greeting. Although, there were a number of people that we met that did not use this greeting. They preferred the, hey, let's get a selfie with the blonde white man greeting. Let's be honest, in India I was an oddity, though I suppose I've always been a peculiar person. Lesson 2. Geography and weather. The landscape is so unique and beautiful. I felt like I was in a film at some points during my trip. South India is closer to the equator, so even though it is winter, it was still 80 degrees Fahrenheit most days. The landscape is pretty flat, so flooding is common during their rainy season. However, amongst the flat landscape, there are large piles of boulders and rocks. They are very different from what we would usually consider mountains. Speaking of mountains, let's talk about Lesson 3, Architecture. In Hyderabad, we visited a place called Golconda Fort. Built in the 15th century AD, the fort is built into the hillside of one of these small mountains. This place was impressive. Throughout the fortress, echo chambers were strategically built so that a clapped signal at the entrance of the fort could be heard from the king's chambers at the top of the castle, a full kilometer away. There were also pipes dug into the rocks of the fortress to allow for running water to come from a well at the top of the hill and bring water to all parts of the fortress. In today's culture, there is a philosophy to architecture. Always allow for addition. On the rooftops of buildings in both the city and the countryside, steel rods stick out of the rooftops, providing a foundation and starting place so future floors can be added to the building. Lesson 4. Food and meals. Just like any culture, people love food. Here, the magic word is karam, which is the Telugu word for hot or spicy. Karam food is frequently served with very sweet food, and I discovered that carrots and cucumbers are able to help cool down after a spicy meal. For me, I've never been a big fan of lots of spice, but I enjoyed the meals that I was served, and I learned the art of eating with my hands instead of using utensils. Meal times are different here too. Breakfast is around 8 a.m., lunch is around 2 p.m., and dinner is at 8 p.m. However, there are tea times between these larger meals. It should also be noted that the Indians believe they introduced the British to the art of tea time. Lesson 5. Transportation. One of the greatest differences between America and India is the rules of the road, or more accurately, the suggestions of the road. Let me introduce you to them from the back of a motorcycle, courtesy of my friend Derek. As in many other countries, you ride on the left side of the road. Most people here drive motorcycles, and if you don't own a car, you could get a taxi ride in a rickshaw. People are honking their horn frequently, and not because they're angry, but out of courtesy. You honk to turn left or right, honk to pass someone, honk when you can't see around a corner, honk if you're close to hitting someone, and in general, honk to let people know that you are there. There are many roads that do not have speed limits, and people swerve in and out of traffic frequently. Sometimes you'll see animals on the roads, like wild dogs, cows, goats, boars, and even monkeys. Which, by the way, Lesson 6, plant and animal life. India has some beautiful plant and animal life. I learned a lot about agriculture and the various kinds of animals that live here. I learned about how bananas grow and that you can drink water straight from a coconut or drink the juice of sugarcane. We visited a bird sanctuary and saw thousands of beautiful birds and some playful monkeys too. I really enjoyed experiencing the plant and animal life in India. But above all of this, I loved being with Lesson 7, the people. People welcomed us with open arms everywhere we went. I cherished being able to be with the friends we visited there and spending time with the children of the orphanages we stayed at. Their company was valuable to me, and the most difficult thing about leaving India was saying goodbye to them. They have a beautiful heritage and an even more beautiful future in front of them, and I wish them all the best. I hope that our paths will cross again soon. These were only a few of the lessons that I learned during my time in India, but I would love to share more. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. This adventure has come to a close, and I look forward to the adventures to come. Farewell, friends. Now, to have a drink of, to get myself some more tea.